Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of The Scorched, issue number 2, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Now, we begin this issue with Colonel Khrushchev in a laboratory with Plauge Spawn chained up, restricted, can't do nothing. He takes a little bit of his symbiote away from him because Colonel Khrushchev is a man who loves fighting as much as a Hellspawn. Colonel, the perimeter has been breached! And Colonel's like, alright, then we fight them. We've been prepared for this. Remember how powerful you are. Remember how special you become. He's Russian, so I gotta try a little Russian. Because of this, we've all become gods. He injects himself with the symbiote from Plauge Spawn, not knowing what the hell he's doing. And then again, he kind of does, but he's using himself as a guinea pig in this matter. And he puts plague into his own bloodstream, hoping to become as much of a monster as those that he fights. Colonel Khrushchev is like, those who can transform now. But they broke in through our second wave. What are orders? Find the girls and kill them. They know too much. Their information can't get out. It's time to deliver them a war, says Colonel. Deploy all guerrilla battalions. And this is an all hell breaking loose. Medieval Spawn, She Spawn, Redeemer. They're just going to work. Now, the problem with that strategy is some of these heroes have been through dozens of wars against some of the great tactical minds in history. Their skills honed over many centuries. So when faced with this new onslaught, they fight with an attitude that screams, bring that shit on. Actually, I added that word in there myself. It just felt appropriate. Look in the sky. One of the girls says, it's a raven. Ravens are birds of death from old Russian stories said to have often flown over fields searching for carrion. So this raven is built to steal and takes out one of the girls, Odessa. Natasha's the lone survivor. They have to keep these girls alive because of what they saw with the Russian base in issue number 1. Feel free to check that out if you haven't. Medieval Spawn's like, the girl! Gunslinger Spawn's like, get to her! I'll take care of the last few. They shot her! What the heck? To calm down so that all stuff is going loose. And meanwhile, you see this red light pointing to his neck. Boom! The sniper bullets come from the woods. It's a necro bullet. Whoever this unknown sniper is, my necro bullet has wounded the first Hellspawn. Go to the tree line, says She Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn gets shot. Take out target number 2, lock it on a third. Before he can release the trigger on She Spawn, reinforcements by the way of Spawn come in here, which unexpectedly he punches his fist through his head. You go, Spawn. Spawn tells She Spawn, in the woods, find her, I'm heading east. I think they see us already. Jessica over here, says Terry. All things are going loose. Everything's going on. Pandemonium ensuing. This is a hell of an issue right here. Meanwhile, She Spawn sees Redeemer is not doing too well. None of his evasive maneuvers seem to be working to try to evade the Raven. So She Spawn takes the launcher, aims, and he's like, oh, I got you now, sucker. But guess what? One of the wolves goes in from behind her. Boom! If she can't get a shooting while she launches, she's freaking pissed. Break some bones and said, boom! Get off of me. You know who I am. I'm She Spawn, damn it. And she learned during all her wet work missions. Why you say wet? And also, there's always a way to get a shoot off. So she kicks the wolf in the face, shoots the rocket launcher, boom, explosion hits the Raven. Now the Black Flag gang is in trouble led by Colonel Khrushchev. The Black Flag knows the rage flowing in these Hellspawns from having their loved ones erased will be unleashed by full force, and none of them will want to be in the battle. In fact, most don't even want to be here on Earth right now, not in this timeline, but each bids their own time until they find an opportunity to change their current fates. Now, so they go to work, kill these wolves, and they're just going ham. Gunslinger Spawn's like, all right, Spawn, no one left to maim, so you can crawl back to your little hideout now. Spawn's like, man, relax. Those are just distractions. Something else is about to happen. In this case, Khrushchev Plague will sacrifice whatever he needs to achieve his mission, even if it means sacrificing his own. The true mission of the Black Flag is much more sinister. Their true goal is to identify weaponry, biological, nuclear, or supernatural. When they discovered the Plauge Spawn symbiote prototype, it was the perfect disease because that weapon could be better. And the thing with this disease, it wants to infect, and he starts impaling his own. Spawn uses his cloak to shield himself for it, and Natasha freaks out because that's the thing she saw in the woods. It's that thing again. Terry, grab her. Khrushchev talks to Spawn in Plauge Spawn form. When I was younger, your head had a very high price, one that I wanted to collect. Through Afghanistan, the Ukraine, Serbia, I murdered dozens of Americans trying to find you. But like this traitor in my own army, I hope to make you suffer before snuffing you out. And when I found out what you become, that's when I began testing on myself. Spawn attempts to delay something, hoping for reinforcements. And reinforcements he got. Medieval Spawn comes in, cuts off one of his symbiote limbs, buys him some time with them. What they did was called a pincer attack. You know, they attack from every flank, then wait as you hold your greatest strength for the full head-on assault. Medieval Spawn says, you killed that girl who had no way of standing up to you. Sacrifice your own man. Where's your honor? And impales him again. Gunslinger's like, let me have some of this fun too. I'll skin his dog symbiote from him. If not, he'll just bleed to death. The Scorched team leaves Gunslinger to do his thing. They're looking for something else, so they leave. Jessica is like, hey, Spawn, glad you joined the party. What changed your mind? It's simple. You need me. That right. You think we can't handle this ourselves? You can't. Whatever. Someone had files on these girls and we need to know why. And Jessica's like, there's a boy, Sergi, the same files with the Natasha and Odessa says they were all orphans. Medieval's like, why does that matter? Because it matters because the American who adopted them, Crucial, thought he was trying to steal their secrets. About Plague? I think so, but even they had info, what were they going to do with it anyway? Sell it? Who cares if the girls saw something? What were they couldn't possibly sell it, right? So Spawn found his soldier, was like, all right, well, let me get some answers from the guy. You're going to tell me everything. And Spawn uses telepathic powers, and the soldier tells him there were 4 of them: Natasha, Odessa, Sergei, and the old man from America. He scouted orphanages looking for kids to exploit and train, hoping he'd eventually control Plague for his own purposes. He wanted humans to have the power, not hell. Then humans would reign again. Khrushchev wanted the same thing so he could get rid of all of you. But if he couldn't, then they would. Who the hell are they, says Spawn. Meanwhile, back in the thick woods, Terry's chasing down Natasha as she's burning up from whatever it is. I believe it's being exposed to Plague Spawn or something, I don't know. Terry's like, you need to stop. No, I can't stop. They'll blame me. They'll say it was all my fault. Who's gonna blame me? Sergei and the old man. They run for another quarter mile before she collapsed. Terry tries to keep her alive. He gets cracked from behind. Who the hell could this be? Unfortunate for you, dear friend. Natasha has already said too much. It's Soul Crusher from one of the previous issues. I'll put the text below because I can't remember the issue right now. 321, 319, 320, something. The secrets we've been keeping are not for the world to know. You should have joined us instead of resisting us, because whoever sides with heaven or hell will always be my mortal enemies. And that's where we end this issue. Personally, I love Scorched issue number 1 as it was an introduction, but you get plenty of action how the team formed together. Scorched issue number 2 definitely ups the ante. We get a full-out war. What's all about? I had a hell of a gangster time reading this. Link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, Scorched issue number 2. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.